When you make the kinds of videos I do, you can run into certain problems. Misinformation and/or subjective opinion are two of the things you may see a lot. I've been told many times that I think differently. Not just outside the box, but a few boxes side by side, and with that, it makes some of the things I say potentially sound misconstrued, or even ridiculous. The other day, I made a video called "The World is Regressing." I gave my thoughts on the state of the world, and how annoying it was that SJWs claim to have a cause against racism, sexism, violence, but only in turn spread those things themselves. The points I brought up in the video were my own thoughts and theories as to why we become this way and how to potentially stop it, what the causes are and the possible solutions. But if you look at the comments of that video and you try to get past the memes associated with my channel, you'll find people in there who didn't like it because these problems I mentioned, quote, don't actually exist, only do because the internet lets us, which granted could be true, or even more ludicrous, that I myself was turning social justice warrior because firstly, I was talking about a topic that I have no business talking about as my knowledge is lacking, or secondly, because the only people who can talk about this are established channels who started talking about it from the get-go. If you look at my channel and you ignore a lot of the videos, then sure, I've never discussed stuff like this before, and I've never claimed to be an expert on any of this. I know some of you may think me a scholar, but I'm nothing more than the average human being, and my thoughts on the world are simply those thoughts of a regular person, and it'll happen again. I never force you to watch my videos, but I do like the criticism. As I read through a lot of the comments, I got to look into other people's ideas on the topic, comments of people telling me the video made them think, and I could not appreciate that enough. The part that annoys me is when someone branches out from their normal routine to give their take on something else, despite them making decent points or not. You have those people who granted may simply just not like the topic itself or come to a certain channel for certain kinds of content, but you forget that my content has always been my personal thoughts on things. Yes, I try to be as objective as possible, but every now and then I have something on my mind and I want to share. And when did that become a bad thing? Since when does that make you a social justice warrior? To want to share your thoughts isn't dangerous even if the thought itself is, because you have the power to give your thoughts on said idea as well. As easy as it is to disagree with someone, leave a disheartening comment and move on, it doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't upset me and it does nothing positive for you either. Yet, we still have this competition, this idea that my ideas and my opinions always have to be right, and if anyone challenges that, it's an act of war. It's as ridiculous as this. Barry, I did not like your video and I think you should not make videos like that. I want to censor you and call you an SJW. What? Social justice warriors are not free thinkers. They censor people. They hate new ideas, which is what the video was all about. And I'll need you to excuse me if I sound like I'm damage controlling. Perhaps in a way I am, but I'm only doing it to illustrate a point. I live in a country in which free speech exists. I have the right to say anything I want to, and I'm going to strive to keep it fair, but that's my choice to do so. There should never be a situation in which you feel you need to keep your opinions and ideas closed up. Of course, not everyone will agree. That's what makes it subjective and unique, because it's yours, and it's useful to everyone regardless. If there's something you'd like to discuss, or notice that you want to talk about, say it. Others who feel the same way or have different ideas will still be able to take something from your thoughts. A lot of this may sound familiar, as I've said it before. True objectivity does not exist. Looking at something from every angle and developing an opinion on it is the closest thing we can realistically do. If any of my videos or any video you see on the internet comes off as opinionated, take it as that and see if there's anything you can personally take from it. If so, that's great. If not, that's okay as well. But if I'm going to strive for open-mindedness, I only ask that you try to do the same.